What you are about to see is a discussion video based on the information and knowledge of the current reaction done by ArchitectCobra. Theories and ideas said in this video may be 100% wrong and may be guesses. For those of you who are lore Nazis and wish to ruin the show for ArchitectCobra for giving him information that you would only get from future episodes that he has not gotten to yet, then I suggest you turn this video off now. This is not the video for you. Welcome back, everybody, to Fairy Tale Discussions episode 17. We're going to be talking about episodes 241 through 247. Joining me today, we have KickAssReactions up top in the top left there. And
Hello. At
the bottom, we have Relulululu, who started doing reactions on his channel as well. I'll leave both their channel descriptions and stuff in the links below. So stay tuned for that if you want to look for both their reactions. As well, joining us, we have EnragedHippo, also known as Richard. He's been in the past, but he's back. And we have Obey here as well. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about episode 241 through 247. It's been 2 weeks since we did one of these, so not too many episodes to talk about, but a lot happened. So, yeah. So, basically, the idea of this episode, or this discussion, is talk about the first episode, 241, as a whole, and then after that, we'll be talking about all the fights separately, and we'll not be jumping around so much like the show does. So 241 starts off basically explaining the cliffhanger that 240 had. 240 had the fairy tale explosion when like the whole guild like exploded because of Elfman's thing that he did. Yeah, betrayal. Oh yeah. So 241 is like the explanation of it. So you see Kana kind of flying, or not her, but you see the cats, flying with the deck of cards and stuff. Which
pretty smart.
It's kind of weird because I don't think we as fans have never seen Kana interact with Sho at all. But apparently, she learned from Sho, and learned how to do card magic like Sho does. Like how?
She has had card magic through the entire show.
Well, I know, but the card magic to put people into cards.
Oh yeah. I don't necessarily know if that was something that she learned or if that was just something that was never really shown.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's
never been needed before.
Yeah, but she says she learned it from Sho.
I actually missed that part.
When she was explaining something, when she captured Elfman in the card, she said something along the lines of "I learned it from somebody," kind of thing like that, and he was hinting at Sho, the person who did it before, kind of thing. So. That's what
That or she learned it from Pegasus.
No.
Why Pegasus? Why Pegasus?
Kick us knows.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Yu-Gi-Oh. Got it.
Oh God.
Yeah, it took me a little while. I'm like Pegasus. I'm like the guild.
Oh my God, he trapped Mortimer and Kaiba, didn't he?
Yeah.
You just made me click on 3 things.
You just clicked now.
I didn't even think of that.
So Kana took the entire guild up to the Tartarus Cube and to begin their assault, basically, which was pretty cool. The cube has different sides to it. There's I think it's water, possibly, and then land on each side. And then while they were assaulting the cube, the gravity switched to the bottom of the cube, so that's how everyone kind of clung to it. So that's pretty cool. Mira, being a badass and breaking out of her own tube, thanks to the bunny girl injecting demon blood into her, which was really cool. She waking up, and then all of a sudden the bunny girl all freaking out, and all of a sudden the tube just explodes, and Mira's being a badass there. Okay, so just real quick, the camera situation might mess up here because Obi left. So I'm just
Oh, it did.
I'm waiting for that moment where his camera leaves. Okay, yes, it did
It's
screw up.
It's okay. My entire computer's frozen, so I'll figure something out when I get back.
God.
God.
Hopefully everything runs okay. So, okay, it's okay.
Oh god, I have to do this again. God damn it. Okay, 1 second.
Oh, bro, you're recording the voices, right?
Yeah. I got it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
He's got it this time.
Well,
I just gotta kind of fix the cameras again. So
much.
Kick-Ass, go ahead and explain. Oh, you're lagging a little bit too.
Yeah. His face first.
Great.
There we go.
No, not me.
Oh, there we go. That's better now.
I really lose lagging.
What? No!
So Kick-Ass, go ahead and explain
Yo.
what your thoughts of Mira breaking out of that cage were.
Oh, well, I mean, she's always been a demon in a way. I mean, she has demon magic.
Right.
But I didn't even think about I didn't even think about her powers when she was to something like, kind of like what, what's that girl with the horns name?
The
Seilah.
Seilah, yeah. I thought she turned to some kind of, you know, when she it's just like no human traces at all, a complete monster, you know, seen by all and just like not even recognizable.
Yeah.
I thought that's what they were going with, but then just like
God, the lag is real.
that was a bit of a that was a bit of a surprise to see her just like boom out of that, like unharmed, unwounded, like nothing really.
So lag is really bad.
I'm sorry, all I got out of that is like something is like robot voice is like
You can and in my end you can hear roughly what you're saying, but you're like at the very end of your sentence or your words, it's always like robotic, like ow, ow.
I thought it was my
man.
internet for a second. I was freaking out.
No.
God.
I think it's I think it's maybe because of his his
Turn
internet.
blue.
You're
What's happening?
you are blue indeed. Everything's changing. Okay, so
Blue.
Go back to normal.
Discussion fail.
no, we're fine. So basically, I thought it was interesting that they put demon blood into Mira, because before Mira only took souls, from my understanding about it, the whole situation thing. So having her be injected with like actual demon blood, I full on thought she was gonna have some kind of like power upgrade. Like all of a sudden she's like way more badass and she can do way more things, or have like a little tiny something kind of thing to like power her up kind of thing, or do something with it. So that's what I thought when like I heard her demon blood. I was like ooh kind of thing, like maybe she could do something else kind of thing. But we have yet to know if she gained any kind of latent ability to do that. We know it kind of like healed her, or maybe not healed her, but like it woke her up to the point where she can actually do something in the tube. So that's like how she escaped, was because of the demon blood. So that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna skip. Like I said, we're still talking about 241. So Erza was escaped from her shackles when crap. What's her name? Kyoko? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
When Kyoko came in, going to go interrogate her again, found out that Erza escaped, had a big hole in the back of the cage, and that's when Lazana and Natsu came up behind her and like, took her arms to like hold her down kind of thing. And then, also I wanted to point out Natsu has like a heat blade thing as well.
Oh yeah.
That they like,
Oh yeah.
they never touch on. they never do anything.
Maybe
It's
in
just
the
like
manga they did.
they do like 2 scenes with it, possibly
Pretty
3.
sure it's pure plot device.
Because like Natsu used it to escape the cage. It fell into like their hands basically. They used it to escape the cage. Kyoko talked about like they're calling it the heat blade and how it can cut through anything. And then uses it against a bunch of... I don't think he actually uses it against the military people, but he uses it with Zeref, and Zeref, like, destroys it, like, immediately. So, 3 scenes at least, kind of thing, and then I think it's gone, which is kind of funny. But they turn the tables on Kyoka, and she's the one in the shackles, which ultimately fails.
Work.
Yeah, she's just there, like, as, like, a show. Like, I don't know why she got caught to begin with. I don't know why she decided to go in the shackles willingly. If she had the power to get out of it, why didn't she do it in the first place? Like, she's a demon. When, like, Lizana and, like, Natsu grabbed her arms, she could have just, like, did, like, a clap and, like, just, like, flung them both off her arms or whatever. She's powerful. She's fighting Erza.
We need to have some sort of tension here. We need to get them into a 1-on-1 without making it a 3-on-1 destroy all humans. But then again, I get what you're saying. It's like, why did she not just...
Yeah, she has the power to do it, and we saw that with when she was interrogating Erza. She has the ability to, like, heighten the pain receptors from, like, your entire body, and then do a little tiny thing like we were seeing with Rusty, how, like, she, like, flung, like, a rock out of the chair, and it hit his hand, and it, like, was intense pain for him, and he, like, fell on the ground. Like, it didn't grip through his hand, I don't think. It just kind of, like, you know, touched his hand. But since his pain receptors were so, like, on high alert kind of thing, it hurt, like, intensely. So she did with that with Erza, with, like, whipping her and everything. So yeah. But anyways, so Natsu and Lizana run off to go help Mira, and then Erza and Kyoka go and fight, basically. And Erza actually uses a cool lance armor that we've never seen before, I don't think. Have we seen that armor before?
Not that I can remember.
Because she always, like, changes, like, to different armor and stuff, so I'm always wondering if he's seen it before.
I've forgotten now. She's got too much armor.
It's like it's like a kind of a gray, kind of very, very light brown, sorry, kind of light brown armor.
She's always hiding one.
That's true. But this was a cool kind of lance armor, which is kind of cool. And she used the break through the floor towards the bottom of the cube and destroying...
What?
Huh?
What? Can you describe it again for me really fast? Is it the one that she used in the GMG arc at the end?
No. Wouldn't have been that one.
It was like a... It's kind of like a gray, kind of light brown armor. It's like just a lance. That's all it is. It's like kind of a big lance. She used it on 241 at the very end. If you go look at the episode, all she did with that armor was to kind of like pierce Kyoka and like push her through the floor, basically to like the bottom of the cube where they make the hole, so that way the rest of the fairy tale can kind of get through it. That armor.
What convenience.
Yeah, it's just like a one-time thing kind of thing. Because after that, she switches to her samurai outfit, I think.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
But
Nobody uses that nowadays.
Yeah, and then that's like her standard thing now. It's like her samurai outfit. But yeah, the guild minions, or the guild fight minions. Sorry, not the guild minions, but the guild fights minions on the outside. And we got to see that cool moment of Erza just like ripping out of the ground with like Kyoka in tow, leaving a giant hole for the rest of the guild to go into and everything. So that was a pretty cool moment. I like that moment.
Awesome.
And then we had Natsu fight a bunch of people. Natsu fighting off like a bunch of minions while Lasagna runs off to Mira, kind of thing. During that fight, like immediately afterwards, pretty much, time stops. And then we see Zeref walk up right behind him for a little chat with Natsu.
Natsu for like 7 years.
So this is the point in my notes where I just kind of stick to the fights in general and not skip around as much as on episodes. So at this point, we're sticking to one fight only until we complete it, and then we move on to the next fight kind of thing. So I have it in sections. So right now it's Natsu and Zeref. And I have a couple theories about this too as well. Zeref talks about how proud he is of his creations, but takes no credit for what they have done. So he says that Master E.N.D. and the other demons acted on their own, basically, which makes me wonder if who was the first, like, to be awakened, kind of thing. Like, how did they come to be? Have they always been around, kind of thing, like since Zeref's like reign on the world? Like, you know, however 400, how many years ago was that since he's
I would assume
400?
that the demons were I would assume the demons would have formed Tartaros when they went into the Barum Alliance, because that's, well, you'd know, it's the irrational sense and all that put together to stop them from absorbing each other.
But what I'm wondering is, like, how long have they been around? Because they don't really say how long the Barum Alliance been around, but like, who was because, like, they said, or Zeref says Master E.N.D. made Tartarus, and him and the demons made Tartarus together, kind of thing. But Master E.N.D. was like the focal point, I guess. So yeah, like, who was the first one to be awoken or summoned or whatever? Have they always been summoned?
I guess it's Geer, Geer or whatever.
Geer?
Yeah.
Yeah, Geer.
It could be him. Because we don't know if he's a demon or not, do we?
Well, I can't imagine him being human. He did say he did like pretty much, you know, show that he has a supreme hatred for humans.
That's true.
It has been said that every member of Tartarus is in fact a demon.
Okay. But
except Minerva.
Is he a Book of Zeref demon? Or is he just
yes,
like...
they are all demons from the Books of Zeref.
Okay.
They're all demons.
Got it.
All right.
So yeah, so he's like the kind of like main guy right now until they revive Master E.N.D. Which somehow he was defeated. Or like taken out or something. He's gone from like this world.
Maybe he went back in the book to regenerate.
That would be interesting.
You fought Igni.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. So Zeref said that Igneo had a choice. He can either to let it live or to kill it. To kill E.N.D. And apparently Igneo let live. Because they said Igneo never succeeded in killing E.N.D. He fought against E.N.D. and lost, but technically, from what Zeref was saying, he just let him live. So,
okay.
I'm wondering...
So Igneo through the fight.
Yeah. I don't know how, I don't know... You know, whatever.
Why?
I hope we get to see it, because that'll be cool.
I bet Richard's probably sat there with his mic on mute, hopping up and down and just cheering.
You mute my mic.
But so yeah, if E.N.D. I got it backwards. If Igneo didn't kill E.N.D., then who or what did? And like, what did the point that E.N.D. like come about again to make the Tartarus Guild? Like, that's all the questions I have in my mind right now of like the whole situation, because E.N.D. is like gone right now. They need to like wipe off all magic on the planet for some reason to summon him. That's what the Underworld King said. They need to do that. And even though they destroyed Face, it can still be possible to wipe off all the magic. That's what he was saying. You know, there's still opportunities to do it.
Face was only a tiny part of the plan.
Yeah. So, yeah. Any kind of theories, Kick-Ass? Any kind of theories on E.N.D.?
Well, it's gotta be like the biggest demon we've ever seen so far, you know. Like, like, you know, Delior and stuff have been like massive. This guy's gotta be like larger than a dragon, you know.
Probably.
Like, if he fought against Igneo, he's gotta be like that kind of big, you know.
Or he just like, could be just like, you know, super freaking powerful to the point where he could fight a dragon. I don't know.
I think it'd be among like Atnologia level in terms of power, because, you know, he's like the most powerful thing ever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like that, like Zeref's most powerful creation.
Yeah.
So I think, kind of stuff like that.
Because he did say that he was most proud or something like that of E.N.D. Like E.N.D. is his greatest creation kind of thing. So even though Zeref created Actinologia, in a way that we know of, if we're going based on what the general guy from GMG explanation of the whole thing is, because we haven't heard anything else besides his explanation of it, of Zeref making Actinologia, to fight the dragons off kind of thing. That's the only explanation we have of the entire thing. So we have to wait until it's actually confirmed in the show.
All coming next episode.
Yeah. Yeah, right now Zeref himself says that E.N.D. is his greatest creation. So I'm betting it probably is better, or not better, but yes, better, but greater than Actinologia it is in terms of power, probably. Which is interesting.
And only Natsu can defeat it.
And again, what killed E.N.D? If it's so powerful, what killed him? That's the one I want to know. I don't know.
Actinologia isn't as nice as Ignia was.
Actinologia versus E.N.D.
Yeah.
I am so happy that Relu has caught up to where I'm at. I am typing so much to Relu right now.
Yeah. All I say,
God.
This sums up our conversation in the past 2 minutes. About 6 lines of capital letters saying "fuck Ruffle," and then another couple of capitals, and then just another 6 lines of capital letters.
God. Okay, so we're gonna move on to Lucy versus Franmalth. Right? Franmalth?
Who is Franmalth?
The blob guy. The soul catching guy.
Lucy.
The creepy spiky guy who has one eye.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy who can catch souls and stuff.
I
Suck 'em
thought
up.
you were talking about the skull guy.
The guy that has an unhealthy
No, his name is Keys or something like that.
Yeah.
Keys. Yeah.
Keys.
Just think of his staff. His staff has little kind of jingles on him, so that's how I remember his name.
He's a celestial spirit.
Confirmed.
Okay, so Lucy and Wendy.
Well, theory I just have right there.
Lucy and Wendy find that Face is already charging up, and they need to shut it down before it's activated. But before they leave, Franmalth and Keys block the door, and Lucy summons Ares and Taurus, which I want to talk about real quick. Why the fan service on Ares? This is the first time we ever seen fan service on Ares when she summoned. All of a sudden, a front shot of Ares' chest, as she's bouncing, getting summoned.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The first time ever they do that in Fairy Tail for Ares, and that's
it's changing everything, dude.
To be completely fair, one of the genres under Fairy Tail is ecchi, so them pulling off an Ares first time ecchi shot is not too surprising.
I know, but it's we've seen Ares so much that this is the first time they've ever pulled that or done anything anything like that before, where they. Huh?
Is he in his boxers? Sorry.
What?
Probably not. No, I don't think so. Anyways, you talk about your pants.
Yeah.
My pajamas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was thinking.
My fucking boxers.
But anyways, so Ares and Taurus has a very, very great combo together. Ares does her fluffy cloud thing, and then Taurus does a spinning tornado move with it to do a big old attack with it to fill the whole room with cloud, which is an awesome attack. And I wonder what other celestial beings go well together like that. And have they trained for this kind of moment where both of them are at the same point and they can help each other out? It'd be kind of cool to see other combos.
Be awesome to see more combinations.
I'm just thinking the reason they might know combinations might be going way back to Richard. What was that lady's name from the Loki arc? Do you remember her?
No, that's not Catherine.
Karen.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, because I remember them bringing up that she summoned, what was it, 1 or 2 spirits at the same time or something?
No, she was never
She
strong enough to
tried
summon two.
summoning it,
Oh,
but it
Yeah,
Never mind.
she wasn't. Yeah, she
Forget
wasn't
that there.
strong enough, and she ended up losing to Angel from the Erashians.
Yeah. Yeah, Angel stole her keys. Not Loki's key though. Loki kind of got banished like immediately, so like his key got lost, I guess. But yeah, Ares and probably her other. We never got to see what her other keys were. Karen's keys. We only saw Ares.
She only had two.
Ares and Loki. Huh?
I just forgot what I was going to say. I was in my mind, and I looked at my phone, and then I forgot it.
Good job.
That's stupid.
So, yeah, Franmalth basically ends up sucking up Ares and Taurus into his, like, in his body with his curse.
Belly.
And, like, absorbs them, and, like, he can actually use their abilities and stuff now.
Yeah.
But Wendy gets...
And even using them to avoid getting punched.
Yeah. Wendy gets the chance of getting away, and runs off to go fight Thace. And we'll get to that moment, after this fight, about all that stuff. We gotta finish up the Lucy fight. Or Lucy versus Franmalth. And Natsu in a way, too. Natsu's there, too. But, anyway, so, Franmalth, over the years, have consumed lots of souls, including Hades. Which he uses to, in a way, throw off Natsu, even though, like, Natsu already defeated, like, Hades, so there's no, like, kind of, like,
he takes
shock.
a lot of credit for it, but everyone beat him.
Yeah. There's no, like, kind of shock factor there that, like, Franmalth was hoping for. Because the way he was talking about it, I don't think Franmalth even knew that Natsu was the one who defeated Hades. He didn't even
know that he was beaten.
Right. He just
thought he
took
died of old age.
Franmalth. He just took... Franmalth took Hades' soul, just, like, I guess, like, pure coincidence kind of thing. And, like, Franmalth just believed that, like, he was, like, the strongest kind of person he has. Which, and to be fair, he probably does. Depending on how many other souls he has in his body. But Hades was pretty powerful.
Stronger than a wizard saint.
Yeah. So... Yeah, then he reveals in the fight that he has Ares and Taurus as well, and he uses it against Lucy, and Natsu, to, like, you know, miss attacks and, like, not actually hit him kind of thing. His face changes, and, like, you can see, like, you know, Ares is crying or whatever. Taurus was even crying too, like, you know, don't hit me kind of thing, or like help me kind of thing. So.
But I can hit you.
Yeah. So Franmalth and Natsu go fight for a while. For basically using all sorts of magic. Franmalth using Hades magic, which at first I forgot that he even used, Hades even used finger magic. Just for some reason in my mind I just blanked on the whole thing. Like, I totally forgot he does the finger magic stuff. Like the bang bang kind of thing.
Pew-pews.
Dark Wolf after the fact told me, he's like reminded me, like, yeah, he does that. He does that quite a bit in the episode. So I'm like, oh, okay, I forgot about that. But
wow.
Because when I think of Hades, I always think about, like, Hades doing, like, his version of fairy law, like, you know, when he Grimoire law,
yeah.
And, like, all those kind of, like, big epic spells. Even that, like, that shadow thing he did at the very end, where, like, you know, all these kind of, like, shadow monsters came out of the ground and about to attack.
Like his chain magic and stuff.
Yeah, the chain magic too. Yeah. I associate those with Hades, not the finger bang thing, because for some reason in my mind, I just like, I don't remember that at all. I'll have to go back and watch it at some point. But
I think it was him. It was during, like, the first, after they all did their big attack, and then Hades was like, I'm just gonna laugh at you, and I'm gonna shoot you all in the knees or in the shoulder, and etc. etc.
Oh, right, okay. I do sort of vaguely remember that, yeah, okay. And then that's when, like, Loxus started up afterwards, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think I was talking about doing a dance with magic or something while he was shooting them.
And then, so after a bit of fighting, Natsu uses his lightning flame mode, to...
And he just eats it.
Do a breath at Franmalth, and yeah, he sucks it up, and then all of a sudden,
he's... lightning flame Hades.
Yeah, no, he's lightning flame Hades. So basically, Franmalth can suck up anything that technically has a soul. So I guess fire and lightning has a soul. Magic's a soul. Rocks, not so much. We'll get to that in a moment. But
laughing so hard at that.
It was pretty funny. It just kept going too.
His face didn't help.
Yeah, I had a whole explanation about what happened there, but we already touched on it. So near the end of Franmalth is winning basically, and puts Lucy, Happy, and Natsu into bindings to consume their magic. And they begin to like talk about what makes them, what makes them happy, kind of thing, to
Carla and Fishies.
keep their soul. Yeah, Happy thought about Carla and Fish. Natsu thought about Igneal and how he's gonna see him again, kind of thing. And then Lucy talks about all her friends in the guild and her spirits. And then she gets like a really clever idea, a super freaking clever idea. She closes Taurus's gate while he's inside Franmalth, and it works. I didn't
think she could do that.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't even think about that. Like I had the thought, like I said it in my reaction too, but I had the thought about how long could Taurus and Ares be in the human world while consumed, before it starts to like affect both of them, kind of thing. Because they can only be in the human world for like a limited time, except Loki, who could be in there for like a while. I don't know.
3 whole years.
Yeah.
No, maybe when they're in him, it like binds their magic together.
Probably. Yeah, and then Franmalth is the one that's like the magic holder in the way, where it's all based on his magic. But I would have loved to see Franmalth get sucked away to the spirit realm or spirit world, and then have to like deal with that. Like I wonder like how that would go about, like if the Spirit King would be like fighting him or something like that.
turns him into a silver key. Lucy comes across it. Oh no.
That would be a great spirit.
That's one key I'm breaking.
One that can suck up other spirits. But yeah, so Franmalth purges Taurus from his body, and Taurus leaves the spirit realm. And then Lucy does the same with Ares, and the same thing happens basically. Franmalth purges him, purges her, and she goes away. And then, yeah, another clever idea on Lucy's part. She closes Natsu's gate, and Franmalth freaks out and lets go of him.
Wait, this thing's a spirit?
Yeah, and then Natsu, gets a chance to go up there, just like wreck him, basically. Smashing a ton of rocks onto him, which, like I was saying, like it lasts forever, like him just smashing rocks onto him, like just over and over and over again. Face. Yeah, that was really funny. So
like a bajillion souls released from him.
Yeah.
How long has he been doing that then?
I don't know. Like that goes back to the point where I was trying to make with Master E.N.D. Like how long have they been around? Because that would make sense about like him just consuming random souls throughout time, kind of thing. And I wonder if they were around from the dragons. I wonder if the demons were able to defeat some of the dragons, and if so, did Franmalth consume some dragon magic? I don't think so, because
he would have used it though.
Right. Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah. If he did have something super like powerful, he would have used it. I think they're maybe just like normal human souls, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
To a point. I mean, I'm sure other magic users too, but like probably mostly just like normal people. Because he only used Hades and the lightning flame.
Natsu's lightning
flame, yeah, and then Taurus and Ares. But he had like thousands of souls in it. I mean, he only used those 4 things.
What a waste.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump to Gray versus Keys, and I might have missed a couple things in the beginning here, and you guys can tell me if I'm missing something. But basically the Gray goes up against Keys, and every time he tries to attack Keys, he just kind of like breaks up into shadow, or like a mist kind of thing, and like you can't really hit him. And so the whole fight that we've seen is this Gray trying to hit him and using all of his ice magic to do it, but he can't. It doesn't matter.
He wasn't even saying anything.
Yeah. So we cut throughout the episodes. We always cut to Gray and the fight and everything, but we always see Gray trying to attack Keys, but like Keys never getting hit.
I think he teleported a few times, but that was it.
Right. Yeah. Keys did teleport.
Yeah.
Or like they ran away from Keys, and then all of a sudden he just appeared like in front of them, kind of thing. So he got some sort of like speed magic or teleportation.
It reminds me of those creepy children that talk about wanting to play and everything. You run away from them and they just appear right in front of you.
Yeah. I actually like the way Keys talks. His like kind of old world kind of like cryptic messages kind of speech that he does. It's kind of cool. I have to go back and like, listen to all of his lines because they're actually really clever in the way how he says them. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it that we've seen from that fight so far. And then Gray gets absorbed into the what's it called? Alegria. Gets consumed into Alegria. So we never got to see the end of the fight. Gray just sitting there, like, if anything, Gray was just like gaining the attention of Keys for that entire fight, the entire episodes kind of thing. Like he didn't even hurt him. He didn't do anything. He just like gained. He was just sitting there, just like just kept him there. So yeah. Okay, so we're on to Wendy versus Ezel. I think is his name, right?
Thank you.
Ezel?
And you know what this means.
So Ezel was sent ahead to turn on face, and succeeded and everything. That's how the countdown started and everything, and that's how they got to know where it is to begin with. So Wendy arrived and was scared by a bug. Then she was scared by a bunch of bugs. And then she was scared by a drop of water. And until they got lost and found face. Best luck ever.
Oh my god, Wendy. Love you.
So Wendy tries to fight Ezel, but it's pretty much one-sided. Even Carla tries to hurt him too, but I mean she can't do anything about it.
I'll scratch your eyes out.
Yeah. Ezel easily pins Wendy down to the ground and is about
to eat Carla.
About to eat Carla, yeah. Until Wendy learns something very important about Dragon Slayers and Ethereon magic. Which I had a thought actually, like, you know how much it affected Natsu when he ate like the raw Ethereon?
Yeah, from the.
Why didn't it affect Wendy that much? Like to the point where she like just choked a little bit, or like
It was.
I think she filtered it just to be ear when she was sucking it in, because it wasn't like the hard rocky substance that Natsu was biting into.
Yeah,
it
was more
of
like everything in it. She was just
the one
she
that
can
Natsu
only consume air.
Was basically like super concentrated ether nano, like a giant lacrima full of ether nano.
Right.
Was basically what the building was, and so like there's just ether nano particles floating in the air around the face. Kind of.
Okay. Yeah. So she just took a big breath and then strengthened all of her bonds together, and she unleashes the dragon force within her.
Yay!
Which is very interesting. Like her design is very, very cool. I love her design.
You can't even tell it's the same person.
Right, like it's so different. She has really cool feathers on her wrists and ankles, as well as the badass wings on the back of her, and the pink flowing locks that she has now basically. In Dragon Force mode. It makes me wonder.
So awesome.
Makes me wonder if that was that much of a difference, her going into Dragon Force mode, and Natsu gaining scales on his. What I'm trying to think of what else Natsu gained from going Dragon Force mode. Like he got scales.
That's all he got. Yeah, that's all he got. He got sharper teeth.
Right, that's another thing too. Yeah, he got sharper teeth. But I don't think that's it. Yeah. But it makes me wonder what if Gajio goes Dragon Force, like what he would look like? Like, is it gonna be like a freaking badass with
you'd get some chainsaw hands.
Yeah,
some scales at the back.
Badass like spikes all over his body or whatever.
I feel like Gajiel in Dragon Force mode would be some sort of, I don't know, like an immovable rock or something made of iron. I have no idea.
Shadow powers with his Dragon Force.
I feel like he would just be one giant torture device.
All different kinds, yeah.
Teeth would turn metal.
Each arm is like some kind of weapon. Like one of his arms is a saw blade, one's like a giant spike, one's like a sword. You know, his legs are a sword or something like that.
Just goes crazy.
Maybe he gains some metal wings.
That'd be cool. But yeah, that's another thing too. Wendy was like ridiculously fast. Like holy crap! Like she's on the she's on the verge of like.
She's as fast as Mystigan.
Well, she's fast. She's way
faster.
faster than Mystigan. She's way faster than Jellal.
I wonder if she's as fast as Jet.
No, she's way
faster. Way faster, yeah.
What about Racer?
That's what I was thinking. Which version of Racer? Because like his version 1 of Racer, he could only slow down everyone around him to the point where he looked like he was running fast. But version 2 of Racer, he was legitly fast. Like he was like he gave up like I forgot what he gave up. He sacrificed his he sacrificed something to gain the ability to do what he could do now, which is like actual speed. So yeah, I think Wendy's faster than him. I don't know. It's on point with Racer to be fair. But or maybe on the verge of Mest, Dornbolt. Like that kind of speed. Well, I mean, Dornbolt teleports, but
he teleports, not speed. Yeah.
But like to the point where like not Wendy was like jumping around so quickly, it looked like she was teleporting in ways. So I don't know. It goes either hand in hand in how fast she is, but I think she is probably the fastest one that we've seen so far.
Need a filler episode of a race.
So she can control the air in the cave, which is it's awesome. And she bends it to her will, basically, and she defeats Ezel in a few attempts. Which is kind of interesting, because she says, like, I like how all this badass is happening, and, like, she's, like, just, like, wrecking, not wrecking in a way, but she's, like, attacking Ezel, like, very easily, not getting hit much. I mean, she's getting hit here and there, but she's attacking him so frequently and so heavily that, like, the moment she starts to do like her air control move, where she like starts to control the air around Ezel, she starts to like thinking or like in her head about like this space is mine kind of thing. Like she starts saying that to herself. That was really cool. I like that moment a lot. And then at the very end, Ezel gets like thrown through the face like multiple times, I think, because like if you look at like how she did it, she pushed him through like the bottom right, I think, and then circled back up and around through the face again, and then back out around again, and then one more time through the face. So like it's like a snake going through face to destroy it. So yeah, it's pretty cool looking. So after the fight, Wendy is like out of it, like she can't do anything. She drops to the ground. She like used up all her magic doing that. Which in a way I would assume maybe she can, because like how Natsu does it too. How Natsu can like second fire to get like more energy. I was thinking like maybe not Wendy could do the same with the air, but like she never did it. So I'm wondering.
I never think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if it has to be maybe like a special kind of air, or something. You know, just
maybe.
Well, I mean, Natsu can eat any fire to a point, as long as it's not his own. I mean, he's eaten nasty fire to his point of view, that he said. But it's still like
disgusting.
To be fair, I think Natsu eats anything at this point. food or not food.
To be honest, I just think it would kind of be broken for Wendy to be able to just be anywhere in the world ever, no matter what, and be able to instantly get back power. Automatically.
Well, if that's what you want to give her, you gotta think about that.
Yeah. But yeah, it must be like not normal air can do it, like special air. But that brings you back to the thing, like why couldn't she do it here? Because this is like Ethereon air.
It's got the.
And it'll be the ether nanoparticles that are in the air, because ether nano is in everyone. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll just be like the era on the continent, probably, or just anywhere you can find magic.
Yeah. So yeah, after the fight, even after Face was destroyed, it was still counting down, and Carla had like another vision, which we get to see again. Carla has visions now. Like before, she never talked about him ever. Like to the point where like I thought she lost him. Yeah. So we got to see
a vision since Grimoire Heart.
Yeah, I mean she had like a little bit here and there, like very briefly, and never mentioned it again, kind of thing. Like she always keeps it to herself.
I thought her last.
She's always known that Face could fail if she sacrificed herself. Yet never once thought about her saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna die soon."
Yeah. What were you saying, Richard?
Never mind. Sorry. I was kind of thinking about that.
Okay. So Carla comes up with an idea to blow it up, which means that the person standing behind is going to die. So cue 10 minutes. I counted it. 10 minutes of sad scenes of Wendy and Carla growing up together and how much they've grown as friends, and all the adventures they've had together over the years, and in Kate Shelter in the forgot the arc that they came in at in
Ratio 6.
No, but yes,
Endless.
Yes, Ratio 6. I was trying to think of the actual the city name. The crab city.
Nirvana.
There you go. The whole event, so with Nirvana and everything. And then through the years, like, you know, what she's done with the Fairy Tale Guild, and
they never showed up to Endless.
Never saw Mystigan. Mystigan was a hardcore part of her story, and she never thought about him.
Go now. Whilst all that.
I guess that 7 years re-scrambled her brain up.
We went from her wanting to thank Jellal and everything to having Natsu as a big brother.
Yeah.
That's basically the new replacement.
Yeah, she totally forgot about Mystigan. Poor Mystigan.
And now it's not. If Natsu can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
We are never going to see Mystigan again.
No. I'm going to say one thing.
That was funny.
The fairy tale fields are crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
I never fall for it. They're never going to kill a fairy tale main character.
Well, maybe not main character.
It's never going to happen.
You're forgetting. Oh well, actually, no, he wasn't a main character. Never mind. I was gonna say Simon from Tower of Heaven, but
no. He wasn't even a fairy tale member.
You can, in a way, you can say that
Speed Shield.
The council is kind of the main character in a way, but not main character. They all died.
Okay. Anyone who's got that emblem ain't dying.
Grandpa Rob died.
Yeah, Grandpa Rob died.
What's that?
The old guy in Tower of Heaven that saved Erza from the blast, where
the fairy tale emblem though.
He did, and on his back.
He did.
His entire back.
Also, later in the series, Makarov and
I saw that.
What's his face? I can't remember that other old guy's name. But they were talking about Rob back in the old days.
I can't remember his name either. The chef guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of had a flashback moment or a picture kind of thing of what they looked like when they were kids in Fairy Tale, and it was like Makarov and it was Grandpa Rob there as well with
and poor
Liuska guys in there as well with the chef guy as well, and a couple other people, right? It was 2 other people or something like that, or I can't remember. It's been a long time since I saw that.
Master as well.
I don't remember what arc that was.
Yajima, that's his name.
Yajima. Okay, yeah, this sounds familiar. Yeah, that was. Crap, which arc was that?
That was a while back.
Was that a filler? I want to say that. No, that wasn't.
Starry Sky arc.
It wasn't filler.
Was it right before the
Are you thinking of the flashback?
Yeah.
Flashback must have been.
Or the moment they showed the picture of all of them as kids in Fairy Tale, or younger.
Oh god, I think that was in
Quite
Phantom Lord or something.
Would have been a little bit either before or after the actual Tower of Heaven arc.
Yeah.
Might have been in the little set of fillers in between. That or it was just before Phantom.
But yeah, so yeah. So fairy tale people with emblems can die. We know because Grandpa Rob died. Even he was weak for a long time, and I even looked like when I was watching Shark's video, Shark's reaction to the whole arc. I remembered him, Grandpa Rob, saying that his power is slowly consumes him in a way, like him using it so much, it hurts him, or it sucks his life away, kind of thing.
Like Azuma?
No, I can't remember.
The Grimoire Heart guy who fought Erza?
The tree
No. I think this was
Azuma's
different.
case was a bit different. His magic was a forbidden magic, basically.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
the tree guy, he used magic differently, to the point where if he used it too much, it would consume him, like we saw, like he turned into a tree, kind of thing. But Grandpa Rob, he if you look back at those episodes, he'll actually explain very briefly that if he uses it too much, kind of thing, he'll die, it slowly consumes him, kind of thing.
Well, that magic sucks.
Yeah.
Who would study that?
But so he was on the brink of death to begin with, because he couldn't use his powers anymore, because if he did, he would die. So he ended up saving Erza twice, possibly 3 times, saving her from 3 attacks, from the Tower of Heaven ghoul dudes that were flying. When they were shooting at Erza, Grandpa Rob stepped in there and saved her from 3 or 4 attacks, I think, before he got obliterated. So, yeah. So yeah, going back to this.
How did we get to that anyway?
Oh, you're saying how no fairy tale member was going to die, and we went to Rob is one of the fairy tale members who actually died. Anyways. Yeah. So yeah, cue 10 minutes of sadness, and then a big explosion later, and many flashy.
And then we realized half the episode was all for nothing.
And many flashy images later. And Mest shows up to save them in the nick of time, which basically leads the question: good job, Mest. Couldn't have shown up a bit earlier to save them? But good job nonetheless.
He did say just in time.
Yeah, but seconds, ago, you can be activate it and be a Mest goes pew, hi guys, and then pick him up and leave, kind of thing. Not the whole dramatic of no sound explosion that they were showing, the big explosion, no sound was happening. Whenever they cut sound and the explosion happens, something bad happened, to the point where with Lizana dying in quotation marks, when she got yeah, she didn't die either, but when that happened, that whole moment was silent and everything, so that was a heavy moment too. But yeah, I was on the verge of full on crying, because I was pretty heavy for not going through with their when he's dead kind of thing. I think, I don't know, I might get a lot of flack for this, but I think Wendy dying might be a huge in a way boost to fairy tales attacks and stuff. Well, because if they because even Natsu, if Natsu learned that Wendy died there, he would be going furious and going hardcore mode, attacking everybody.
He'd just blow up Charteros himself.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. I
want the art to be over.
I don't want Wendy to die, but if she did die, it would boost everyone's they're
fair,
Go ahead.
To be fair, they ain't reviving no more, because Mira completely obliterated that part of their base.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I still think they have a backup vault bit where they can still do that kind of thing, or maybe they can rebuild it and all of a sudden they'll come back again.
What about the big squidgy guy and the guy Wendy fought? They were in the pods when they got blown up. So what happened to them?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Like, are they gone forever, or can they rebuild a vat and all of a sudden they'll just appear again, like in there?
No, because that's what you got in there. Like the second everything blew up, like the second you're in there, just
Yeah.
I think that's like their first step to like ending the arc.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
Cobra, that picture's just for you.
I don't have my chat up.
Oh,
yeah, you don't want it up.
Oh, yes, you do.
Okay. I have my Skype full screen on my monitor, so I can't see. I can't chat that up on mine. I'll glance at it after this, I guess. Anyways.
No, don't
So okay.
I'm telling you what it's about. Nice.
So after that, we get to see Mira and Seilah fight the Horn Girl. A weird moment where Seilah, that's her name, right? I think I tried to pronounce it.
Seilah.
When Seilah was throwing books at Mira, like, that was a weird moment. Like,
I mean, they're books that you can
they're
hurt.
just books. Like,
to be fair, though, books would hurt now that I think about it.
But Mira's like, she's in her Satan soul form. Like, she can take.
I'm gonna tell you what, books hurt. Have you ever pissed off a librarian? It hurts, man.
No, I have not. But okay, so.
Jesus Christ!
God, he's posting more pictures.
It's turning into the first 3 discussion videos you've done all over again.
With like Ichia or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Just don't look at chat. Okay, so getting back into it. So they start throwing books at each other and everything. Or no. Seilah starts throwing books at Mira. Mira goes into Satan Soul form and starts like basically taking it. But then switches out of the form and instantly destroys every revival chamber like a badass, like instantly. It was so cool. The way she explained it is she just gained control over the whole room, and then just was able to just destroy it. That's how she explained it. Like,
it's pretty vague, but I think it's mostly all the little demon tentacle things around the place. They probably smash them with those or something.
Also, can I just say, you know the bunny girl?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The one that hopped on Lasana?
Mm-hmm.
Am I the only one who thought Lasana was being strangely calm about that?
No, Lasana was just treating it like a hug. Bunny girl's not that deadly.
Yeah.
But you just have this random girl you don't know in the Tartaros guild that jumps on you. And you just like,
yeah, I think that's creepy as her laugh.
I'm Lasana.
I don't know. I don't think she's very strong, the bunny girl.
Her face though,
I
her
gotta
face is
say,
so creepy.
Her voice and her laugh in Japanese is so much more annoying.
Oh, God.
I hate it so much.
Yeah, it's like it's like in the dub version.
That was surprisingly accurate. It was creepy.
It was. I almost thought she was in the call with us.
Oh, God.
But
okay, that was just pretty cool to say.
So yeah, so basically they fight Mira and I always forget how to pronounce her name. Seilah. I always say the S, and I try to say
Think
like.
of Salem.
Salem.
Yeah, that
Yes.
could work.
You know.
Yeah, I do. So after she destroys the chambers, actually, while she's destroying the chambers, we see Franmalth and Ezel be summoned in the chambers because they died, and then I love the moment with Franmalth when he's like, "Hey guys, I'm back!" Also, like, "I'm back!" And he dies too. Like, it's like Ezel like sitting there. Ezel like summoned there and like was trying to get the girls to revive him again. Mm-hmm. And like, you know, trying to help out with Mira kind of thing, but Mira just like took it upon herself to just destroy all the chambers at once.
YouTube.
Yeah. So it was really really funny to see them like die like that. It was pretty funny. But yeah, that brings back to are they actually dead now, or are they? Will they be revived later on? Like, since they're from the book, of Zeref, they can definitely be summoned again. But like, I don't know.
If you were gonna summon them again, wouldn't you need the book to summon them again?
Well, I'm assuming the book's there in the library. The library of Zeref. So, yeah.
Unless they just picked up the book, summoned them, and then threw the book away.
Why would you do that, though?
I don't know.
Why would you throw a book away?
The villains. It's possible.
Maybe. I don't know. So yeah. Then we saw Mira afterwards switch into C3 again, which seeing C3 is always like very hype. Like seeing her like ultimate form. But sadly,
how it says before her strongest form, and then now, it's her ultimate form.
Yeah.
So it's not a strongest form.
Well, because C3 was like the one that Makarov like forbid her from doing. Like that's like the whole thing about it, right? Like it was like it's so strong that Makarov just said, "Don't do it again."
Actually, another form.
And now I think you can break that.
I'm pretty sure that Cobra has seen it thus far, right, Reeler?
The other form, the blue one, yeah.
Alphas or whatever, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the one that Makarov forbid.
Okay.
I'll quickly Google it and check.
I think.
I remember that form. I do. I don't think was that like one of the movies or.
That was the
film. No, that was crap.
Yeah, that was the Starring Sky arc.
She used it so briefly that I just forgot about that moment. I know what form you're talking about, like kind of like it's kind of like blue wings behind her, right?
Yeah.
Like shoulder pads or something like that.
What form you're talking about?
She had like a lizard tail too, I think.
I've never heard of it.
Maybe. She fought somebody with it. Again, it's like one of those things where like she used so briefly that I forgot the entire encounter. But I remember that form. So
no, it was I think it was still in the Adolith arc, where they came back, and it was the that girl with the wand that could like take control.
The Starring Sky arc.
No, that wasn't the Star. That wasn't the Star Edge guy.
Yeah,
that was.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the filler arc.
The girl with the wand was part of the cult, or not cult, but she was part of like the religious team. Yeah.
It was like 30 seconds. It was just her, and then she's like, "No."
Yeah.
And that was
also that made me wonder. Like, I was thinking about it before, and I think I brought it up in the Fairy Tale group. But like that arc, right, showed Cubelios's human form, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Kina. So I'm wondering how she got introduced in the manga.
Maybe the same way. I would assume, probably.
But that arc was completely like filler.
I'm not sure. I'll have to kind of maybe ask
Relululu, because
or Tommy. Or Tommy.
I can't load. My entire computer just froze. Rip.
But yeah, it would make sense. Like, maybe not in the same like Story of Sky arc, but like maybe they introduce her in the same kind of vein in like the next arc, but they just kind of pushed it back so that way Kana had a little part in the Story of Sky arc. I don't know.
I guess.
Because in that arc they had Cobra fighting there too. So I mean even all that stuff was filler too, so they had to bring Kana for like a little bit like a romance kind of moment. Well, like not romance, but like friends reuniting kind of thing. So yeah, it would be interesting to see how they introduced her. Oh god. He just dropped from the call.
Who dropped?
Kick-Ass.
Oh no. I can't say it, my computer's still frozen.
Oh god. So hopefully he gets back. And for right now, all this stuff over here is gonna be messed up until he gets back. I'm not gonna mess with it until he gets back.
Damn it.
Okay, maybe I will. I don't know. Jesus Christ. This is actually pretty bad. Okay, hold on. Oh, he's back. Okay.
Apologies for that.
Turn your camera on.
There was a camera. I feel naked over here.
There you are. Okay.
Hello.
All the stuff on the right side of me just like messed up like hardcore.
Sorry.
25. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah, C3. So yeah, Mirag switches to C3, but Seilah switches to her switches off her
Ethereal.
limiter.
The limiter removal.
She goes to her Ethereus form.
Ethereal
To the
form.
best
Okay.
form.
So it reminds me a lot of like a World of Warcraft character, the way like it's designed and everything, which is kind of cool. But Mira can't keep up even with C3 form, and ultimately like gets to the point where she's gonna defeat Mira, but Mira manages to grab control of a little tiny bit of her curse, enough to call Elfman to her.
Power flashbacks.
And yeah, we got to see a cool flashback of them as kids, and how they kind of.
I can't believe Elfman one-hit KO'd her.
I know, yeah, that was weird.
Do you feel disappointed by it? That Elfman defeated Seilah and not Mira?
A bit, yes.
I suppose it is payback. I suppose it is
One-hit
payback.
KO
though,
is
for
bullcrap in any form.
I suppose it is payback though for having
Doesn't matter,
Elfman
that's
put its
bullcrap.
arm
Can't
around.
have a demon at their full strength just one-hit KO'd by Elfman.
But I did like the flashback moments that they had with them, with the kids, like as
Come
them
on,
going
guys.
through.
Elfman had to redeem himself.
Yeah,
He had to do it.
but
If
yeah,
you wait
the one hit KO thing was kind of weird. But yeah. I mean, we didn't even know she was defeated until they went to Geer, and he said it, or no, not her. Yes, he did. He said Seilah and the Hell's Core are like gone as well. So yeah, so yeah, basically the whole fight ended like really quickly there. So the next thing we could talk about is the Underworld King. So, any kind of theories on him?
This is the part where Exandridariums is gonna fanboy all over your comment section. I just know it.
So yeah, we get to meet. Yes, we get to meet the man, or the demon, by the name of Geer.
He's even got the E.N.D book in his hands.
Yeah, he's holding his master's book in his hands, and he talks to it too, which is kind of weird. They're not weird, but he does. So he dislikes that Kyoka has a thing for humans, and he ends up turning on. Yeah, and he ends up turning on Alegria, which turns the cube into like some kind of like flying monster looking thing, and starts mutating the hallways.
That's just
wrong. And like the flesh starts like peeling from the walls and like sticking to everything, and all the guild members are absorbed, and even their men.
Somehow not a single demon was hurt.
Yeah, maybe it only goes up for magic users. That
even
kind of
Zero.
Zero was fine. Yeah. Silver, he was fine. All the demons are fine. Except the ones that died. They're not fine. Even crap. I got her name. Minerva. There you go. She's fine too. So she's probably got demon blood running through her. So she's has that going.
Oh, she's kind of a demon now.
You would think if demons are fine, then Mira might be fine, but she was consumed too.
Possible.
But
did they show Mira getting in there?
Yeah, Mira, Elfman, and Lozana were all hugging each other while it was happening.
Yeah, Elfman was trying to act like a kind of a tent kind of thing over his sisters.
Yeah. So before all of that happened, we got to see the telepathic guy in the guild connect everyone up and start talking to them telepathically, and then Geer like hijacks the whole thing and like talks to them, which is
somehow
very powerful. Like holy crap! Like I wonder what Geer can do, like because like all the demons have some kind of like ability, right?
Copy everyone's magic who goes up against.
He does things and stuff.
He does things and stuff. So I guess we'll have to wait until.
Also,
somehow we'll find out what it does.
I like how before that the message that Happy gave Makarov was to release the luminous toit.
Yeah, which I totally forgot about until they
find out what that is.
I totally forgot that they introduced like that because they talked about it so briefly in the show that like I totally forgot about it. Well, I mean not completely, but like I did forget about it up until the point that they said it and they showed it a little bit. And I'm like, oh yeah, that.
I forgot about that. I was like, the light is the luminous toit.
I thought they were talking about like fairy law or that kind of thing, like a bright light kind of thing. So I don't know. Makarov should definitely use fairy law, but it's right now.
Yeah.
But
would it work on demons?
Well, it just.
Anybody that's enemies. Anybody that the caster deems enemy.
Yeah, but they're not human. Does it work?
Matter.
But they're enemies.
Don't apply. The same rules don't apply to them.
It probably does. I don't know.
It's like the people that sit there and call cats their enemies. It's.
I mean, you can say the same with Jackal versus Natsu. Like it like using magic against him still hurt him. So you can still do damage to him and stuff. So, I mean with what's his name? Franmalth. I mean he just kind of absorbed it, but with the other demons they just kind of take it. So, yeah. I mean, with like Wendy versus Ezel, like Ezel got defeated by Wendy's magic, like just her magic. So, got knocked out, and then the explosion killed him. But I think that's how it went. Anyways, so yeah, the cube gets turned into like a beast flying thing, consumes everybody except Lucy. Lucy was the only one who did not get sucked up.
Found Jellal.
Or something, yeah. She got like sucked into like the hall down the hallway, like something did that. I don't know. I'm still like wondering about that. Like, how was she able to like fly down the hallway at like Mach speed when like Natsu got like absorbed like in the wall there?
Because potatoes.
I don't know. And all of a sudden she just fell from like a height all of a sudden, and then she's like on the ground now. So. It's now Lucy versus the Tartarus Guild. So
well, to be fair, Wendy and Carla ain't there.
I know, yeah, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like out for like
Wendy
the
and Carla
rest.
are pretty far away.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna be out for like the rest of the arc because they use a ton of magic together, and they're just out of it. So we'll have to wait and see on if they're gonna appear back again.
Plus,
kind of thing.
We have Jellal and the Irration's coming after them now, which means we got them helping out as well.
That lag.
Wow.
That was hardcore lag.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, you're fine now.
We got bits of it.
Yeah, we got bits of it. Okay, so basically, yeah, the Crime Sorciere got new members, which is the Irration's are now part of the Crime Sorciere. So we will no longer call them. I wanted to leave it last because it was like not much happened in the way, just like a lot of kind of like moments of the Irration's trying to think about what to do next, kind of thing. But ultimately going with Jellal and like joining with the Crime Sorciere. So I guess from now on we can't call them Irration's anymore because that's no longer a thing anymore.
Well, they ain't official joined yet. They're just hanging out with him.
Now they're the Irration Ocho instead.
I mean, to be fair, Crime Sorciere in general is not an official guild to begin with, so.
Dark
Guild. Guild they made to.
It's an unaffiliated guild. It's not Dark Guild.
It's not Farm Alliance.
It's just not an official guild. It's just that they can muck around with the Dark Guilds.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Crime Sorciere has grown.
Dark guilds.
There was a pretty interesting moment with Rusty as well. How we got to see Rusty's kind of journey to Tartarus, to kind of like defeat Tartarus by himself. Which we got to see.
Those did he make?
Yeah.
Alzheimer and Zunkro?
Yeah. He uses imagination
I was
magic.
wondering about that, and then I thought,
he uses his imagination to create things. So
yeah, because it took me a while to think. Oh wait, no, that's his memory magic.
Yeah. Well, see that I got a lot of flack for that, calling it memory magic, because it's not memory magic. It's called something different.
To make them.
Because in my reaction I did say memory magic, and at the time I called it that because for some reason my brain just made said memory magic. But it's different. It's imagination magic, or he called it something different. It's like a whole other thing. But Dark Wolf talked about like everybody in the comments in that video was going like, it's not memory magic.
It might as well be.
Fire the flat guns.
Yeah, so I apologize to everybody who got mad at that. I did understand that it's not memory magic. I just said it was. So yeah, he made illusions.
Calm down. Who cares?
He made the illusions to go in Tartarus. He even mimicked their abilities as well, and how they would have attacked. So the explosions that the tree guy did, and Zonkro, is that his name?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, his dragon, or not dragon, God Flame ability. It's really cool to see all that again, kind of thing, since we're not going to be seeing them ever ever again.
In the 2014 style.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, we got to see. I liked how when they were talking, the illusions, they talked just like their actual characters, which really sold the whole thing about, are they actually still alive, kind of thing, because
that's what I was thinking. I was like, is this a flashback? Is this before the war between them and Fairy Tail? Is this after? What is this?
Well, it was definitely after, because they referenced the Grimoire Heart Guild getting destroyed, and that was with the Tenra Island arc. So it was after, but yeah, I full on thought too. I'm like, aren't they dead? Because Zeref killed Zonkro easily, and then the tree guy got absorbed into a tree again. So they full on 100% died, and then all of a sudden they're back this episode. I was like, what?
It's like, oh, magic.
Yeah. So Rusty is sort of at the point where he can join the Crime Sorciere, or he can't, or he won't, kind of thing. So he's got a thing to choose. Yeah, I think he might too. I'm not sure yet. I think it might take him a little while to do it, but I think at some point he might will. Yeah.
I did really enjoy though seeing a part of Grimoire Heart interact with the Irracion Sace.
I mean, to be fair, crap, what's her name? Melody and Ultir. They both were part of Grimoire Heart. So anyway, they already have a Grimoire Heart member, had members until Ultir died.
She doesn't say a lot.
Who?
Melody.
She says quite a bit. She hasn't used her magic in a long time.
That's true. Yeah, the dude even brought it up. You're not using your link magic to hurt me.
Yeah. So I'm wondering why she's not using it anymore. Is it a bad reminder of Grimoire Heart kind of thing, or is she using it only for defensive purposes or attacks, that kind of thing now?
I just don't think she can hurt an old friend.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm beginning to see just how bad the body link magic actually is. If you're fighting someone who's stronger than you physically, you're going to lose.
Yeah. It's almost like the whole point of the body link magic is to link yourself together, and then just every time they hit you, they're hurting themselves.
Tank it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel all emotions from each other.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that's all I have. So the rest of it. Oh yeah. Wait. No. One more thing. Crap. I almost forgot about it. Jellal and his eyes. In the manga, didn't Jellal rip his eyes out completely, gouge him out?
What?
You have to get to Richard on that one. I haven't seen that chapter in a long time.
Do you know Richard?
To be honest,
I think I remember Exandria bringing it up at some point.
I don't think he did, but I don't really read the manga.
Because I've heard from multiple people, either in the comment section or from Dark Wolf doesn't read the manga, I don't think, but he mentioned something that someone else said or something like that, and I think Xanderdarium as well. People mentioned something at some point that Jellal ripped his eyes out in the manga, but it was too brutal to show it on anime, so they made his eyes go red like they did in the show.
The hell? I need to be reacting to the manga instead of the anime.
Well, after you catch up with the show, you can do that.
All the way back to page 1.
Yeah. That's what Tommy does. Tommy does reactions to the manga, which I can't wait to watch.
Need to find a source to find the manga online.
But yeah. So his eyes are back now. They're healed. Which brought me to the question about, like, if in the manga he ripped his eyes out, then, like, how did they explain this sort of situation in the manga? Like, did they put his eyes back in and, like, repair him, or, like, you know, I'm just
you
wondering.
Might have legit stayed blind.
Yeah, I don't know, but for right now in the show, he has eyes, and they're good now. They're back to normal. So it's interesting.
And you can see perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the rest of this video will consist of theories now of future things, since we caught up on everything that happened in the episodes. What do you think is going to happen next, Kickass?
Well, I'm not really sure. I mean, Lucy can't really do a whole lot against these guys.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
I think she can hold out against a couple of them, but not the whole guild.
I don't know, because Jackal took out Natsu. It took Wendy to save him from him.
Yeah. And
you know, Silver I don't think is gonna do anything right now because he doesn't harm ladies. That's his thing.
Is it?
Yeah, he said he can't watch a poor lady suffer, so he can't.
Oh, right, with Lazana. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't really think the Skull guy has much interest, and besides, you know, what is it? What's his name? Geer? Geer or something?
Geer.
Geer.
I think he's solely on the focus right now of Lucy, you know.
Yeah, Lucy fighting him would be crazy.
I don't know if she's gonna try call for assistance from other guilds, you know, that kind of thing, or if she's just. Yeah, but you know, she could always escape there and come back.
If she can.
Alright, yeah, if she can.
I just want to say, rip computer. My computer screen's black, my other one's grey, so I can't see a thing.
Oh gosh. Well, at least your camera's still working.
Yeah, the only thing I can see is a little white text box that says "Streaming War Thunder."
I am really looking forward though to getting to Jellal and the Irration Seis get to Tartaros. That's going to be one hell of a battle.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do when they get there. But yeah, definitely Wendy and Carla are, in my eyes, out of commission. I don't think.
Oh my god! Wait, it might be a good. We might even get to see Wendy and Cobra team up.
Maybe, but again, Wendy was so out of it.
Sky Dragon.
Wendy was so out of it when Mest picked him up. So
time to heal.
I don't know. I feel like right now the battle is just gonna have her out of it because she did get hit very big, or she did use a lot of magic and everything. So she's out of it for quite a long time in my eyes. She used so much magic that she's gonna be out of commission for a while. But the Reaction Seis and the Crime Sorciere, them coming in, they're fully healed, they're good to go, they're ready for a battle, and so that's going to be an epic fight when they get there. I
also how Angel was yeah, I'm gonna join Jellal, you know, I'm gonna join him, and then when he talks about Tauros, no, I'm out.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going along
Well,
with
because
this.
like,
You get what I say?
because they're part of the whole alliance, so they I'm sure know exactly what they're getting into. Like they know exactly what the Charterist Guild is capable of, because they're like, you know, they're the third guild in the Barham Alliance. So
Yeah, but like the amount of debating they were doing amongst each other, like why are we following him? You know, why are we turning against each other? What are we gonna do right now?
yeah, well that's
Like,
that's just because
like turning.
I like to think that that's just because they don't typically know what they're doing with their lives in general. They wanted to be free, but like they didn't know what to do after that, after the free. So they're kind of just like in this kind of vague area. Should we just go our own way, or should we stick with this new guy, kind of thing? So like that whole thing. Also, like them being, or it being Zeref, or not Zeref. Sorry, it being Jellal is a big thing too, because they were part of the Tower of Heaven.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, they're like,
they know who Jellal is and everything.
yeah, Cobra heard that whole thing because he's like, if he stops calling me Eric, maybe I can get him to shut up.
Yeah, he's trying to tune him out, but he keeps hearing him.
Yeah. Just keep hearing Eric.
It's really funny. Yeah. So I would, like I was saying, I assume Lucy has the capability of holding off one or two demons, if that, like maybe one, but like not the entire guild herself.
All that's left are the main demons.
I mean,
like not the armies anymore, just like the main ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Horned Girl's out of the way and the Bunny one, but other than that, it's just...
Well, they never said the Bunny Girl was defeated. They only said the Horn Girl was.
I think she got badly injured because she said that the Horn one like struck her as well in the process.
I don't know. Geer even said it was just the Horn Girl and Hell's Core that were defeated, to add the list of people who were defeated, because Franmalth and Keys. Franmalth was defeated and Ezel. Keys is still up though. But yeah, when those two were defeated, yeah, it just it's a door opening. So,
oh no, that's my chair.
Oh.
I thought a ghost was coming into your room.
Just a horribly squeaky chair.
Yeah, so that's all I have. I don't know if you guys wanted to add anything else to the so far.
Crap, there was something I was going to say, but I've forgotten it now because I was too busy trying to get my computer to actually go back to Skype.
I wonder if Geer actually like killed that demon, or killed like the girl who he like chained up, you know?
I don't think so. He broke her helmet. But I don't think he would just like outright just kill her. Like that's I think he was doing that just to prove a point, or like to like torture, like to beat her down more, kind of thing. Like, you know, like a slap on the wrist kind of thing. Like, don't play with humans, like kind of thing. Like, you know, don't do it. Bad. Yeah.
Have I told you about making humans demons?
Yeah. So I think that was just like his kind of thing to kind of like, you know, hurt her a little bit, to kind of make her realize that humans are evil, bad, kind of disgusting creatures, kind of thing, like he was saying.
Do you have any ideas how they're going to get out of that sticky stuff?
I don't know. They're completely frozen. They're like, they are in there. So
I think it would be cool if the Irrational Saves freed them.
I'll say one thing.
Yeah.
And this will be like my final kind of statement, unless there's something else that pops up. Super hyped for next week's episode. Yeah.
Of course.
He's been waiting to say that since the start of the episode. I have 7 messages I can't read because I'm waiting for Skype to respond.
Wow.
So I was trying to think of anything else that might have missed. Is there anything that I missed going through, or did I touch on everything?
We didn't talk about the torture scene and how, like, you know, the Grimoire Heart guy wants to completely rebuild the entire thing just from his memory.
Wait, who? What?
You know, like when he was torturing Melody, like, he can't let go of Grimoire Heart. He just wants to keep, you know, bringing it back, even if it means it's all fake.
Right, yeah. He even had like illusions of the entire guild going like, "We're here still," kind of thing, and yeah. But I think
he said that.
Go ahead.
Go on. Go on.
Go.
You're like lagging Briard too right now, Kick-Ass.
Go.
But yeah, Rusty was defeated, so
No.
It make Rusty getting defeated makes me wonder if he still wants to, like, I don't know. I think he's out of that like thought process. No, you're still lagging. You're the one lagging. But I think Rusty's out of that mindset. I think he's back to normal now, back to the normal world thinking process. So I don't think
back to being human.
Yeah, I mean, right then and there, yes, he wanted to rebuild, the Grimoire Heart, but since he was taken out and like learned, that he has another option now, I think now he's gonna get back to the normal world and be like, okay, things are gone. The things I know and love, kind of thing, or want to keep going, are gone now. So, yeah,
it's a spot for being crime Sorciere.
Indeed. But again, I think it might be a little while until he joins fully. But I think at some point he will, because Melody's there. So like it's like the only living member of Grimoire.
Yeah. Well, they said that the doll guy is presumed dead or alive. You just couldn't find him.
That's true. But he's such an idiot. He might be stuck somewhere.
Yeah, he could be stuck up a tree.
Yeah. He might still be on Tenra. I don't know. Actually, no. He was on the ship when they left, right?
Yeah, but he might have floated back.
Because I know him and Rusty...
No. The Terror Island was in the water for 7 years.
Well, he was never on the Tower Heaven. He was on Tenra Island and like the ship when they left.
We were talking about Kane, right?
The big guy with the two dolls that he can control.
Yeah, who always wants the ladies.
I was way out of it. My mind's everywhere now.
I feel like we've gotten an explanation of where he is, but I feel like I know I'm not feeling, but I know for a fact I'm missing something, because I feel like at some point someone told us exactly what happened to him, like a little conversation or something like that.
They did not. I watched the episodes right before this discussion.
Well, I'm like not recently. I think maybe, I don't know. I feel like
Rusty. We haven't heard anything from Grimoire Heart past the arc.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's all I have. Anything else you want to add? Anything else I might have missed?
No, I'm dry.
What's gonna happen?
Well, that's what the whole end bit here was. Like, Lucy might win, maybe. I don't think Lucy can take out the entire guild herself.
The fact that you think she can worries me.
I mean, it's Lucy, power, friendship, and all that stuff. So who knows? But
her spirits are so weak.
I think it's thoughts of Natsu in her case.
Yeah. Helping Natsu, because Natsu helped her so much.
Guild Arts, come back for Christ's sake.
Guild Arts coming back? That will be so hype.
That Lucy kick.
You do realize if Guild Arts comes back, that's it. It's just done.
He just touches the cube, it's like and just the whole thing blows up.
Wow.
But yeah, my prediction is Creme Sorciere would get there. Big ol' epic battle happens, and then we find out what's happening. Geer has something in plan.
Cobra unlocks the Dragon Force.
I feel like Geer has something up his sleeve, because he's calm. I mean, all we've seen him is calm. But I feel like he has something planned to deal with the magic situation in the world, to like purge it. Because he says there's other ways of doing it. Like he was talking to Kyoka about it.
Cobra.
What?
Do you think if Cobra got force your reaction would be in my reaction when he got a Dragon Force?
Maybe. Yeah, probably. Like seeing his Dragon Force mode would be pretty hype. But I don't think it'll be as hype as yours, probably. I wouldn't be jumping up in my chair. Well, maybe. I don't know. if we see Mystigan again, I will definitely, like, jump up in my chair and, like, you know, jump for joy kind of thing. But, I doubt that's going to happen. But, yeah. I think that's all we have for today. We're an hour and a half into it. This is a good point to start.
Holy crap.
2 hours.
Yeah, we never got to beat 2 hours.
This felt longer.
We can always give everybody a small update on each of our channels if we all have a little bit of time.
Yeah, Relu, go ahead and pimp out your channel since you're kind of new to the reaction scene.
Well, I popped in, I must have been 2-3 weeks ago. I started doing Shinsekai Yori reactions. I was doing my hero, but I canceled it. Go ahead.
Ruby.
Same. Ruby. I am going to react to Volume 4 of Ruby when it comes out. I am also... Now, this is probably going to annoy you, but I'm going to react to...
What did you guys think of the Volume 4 trailer?
Just interrupt me, okay.
Well, he's lagging, don't worry about it.
Well, the Volume 4 trailer was...
You were lagging a bit.
Yeah. The Volume 4 trailer was cool, but I do plan to do Fairy Tail
That's
Sub.
awesome!
But yeah, I plan to do Fairy Tail Subbed when it's back, and I'll have some other shows in the meantime.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm sure Cobra will have my link somewhere down below.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be adding your whole channel in the description, so people can click it.
He's gonna just hold Shift Enter for a solid 10 minutes and then put the link. Just scroll down half a page to find it.
It'll be right at the top. Don't worry. So KickAss, go ahead and pimp out your channel too. Pimp out your channel.
Okay. My power of potatoes guide me.
What are you doing? What are your channel doing right now? What kind of stuff are you watching?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm doing the. What am I doing? I completely forgot.
God, slag.
Alright, I did. Alright. I completely forgot what my channel was for a second. I'm doing 7 Deadly Sins. I am doing something which you probably won't like because apparently that show sucks.
It's good.
I have done
Everyone
Avatar,
just
which honestly does suck. I have. Yeah, that show is. Ugh, don't touch it. Fairy Tail, of course. Done Ruby. And I'll just say I've done Ben 10.
Yeah. I'm just the new guy on the block, basically.
You'll get there.
All this in 5 months, I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's gone into...
And
he spent a week doing Yu-Gi-Oh!
I did a children's card game.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah.
Yeah, children's card game where your soul gets taken.
Kick-ass marathon. So many episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like,
He only did a
one day I logged in and there's
Fucking
like
insane.
a giant page full of just a bunch of different Yu-Gi-Oh! Reactions. And I was like,
Yep.
where's my other stuff? Where is
Cobra
it?
said to just do one video, but I'm not doing the longest description ever. That's crazy.
To be fair, you did do one video. It's just very, very long.
Well, through the redirects, I was talking about, like, instead of flooding everyone's inbox with all the videos, you could have just had one redirect video saying, here's all the episodes that I did, and here's the redirect links to them, kind of stuff like that. But he ended up doing one, or I think he did batches, right? Like a 5 or something like that? Can't
No,
remember.
I did one for each.
Okay. One video for every redirect.
Yeah, and
Yes.
KickAss just does his all completely randomly.
Like,
As far as I know.
But I got him in the schedule of doing Fairy Tail a week,
season
so
5 coming soon, hopefully.
Yep.
so yeah, right now Fairy Tail is
Promise like
the only
weeks.
one that's scheduled for him is Fairy Tail over weekend.
Yeah.
Everything
My
else
only
is random.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion videos.
My only scheduled series at the moment is Shinsekai, which is Fridays or Saturdays if you live in the US.
Is that
Or
when it?
just-
Can we do-
Are you watching it as it's coming out?
No, Shinsekai's been out for a long time.
Okay.
At least from what I know. It's Exagerator's favorite, so I was like, you know what, I'll react to it. I'll do it. Like,
You know, I'd broken no hero to the list.
no, you're gonna cross that off the list. Yep.
I don't think this should be in the recording, but.
Oh no, Carl!
just I guess wait until the end or whatever.
Retake.
So yeah, their channels and stuff will be in the description below. So go ahead and check them out, like always. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for Relu and Kickass and Richard and Obey for helping out. Like we said before at the beginning, Obey had to leave prematurely for family stuff, so that's why he left in the middle. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in. When do you think we should do the next discussion?
How many batch of episodes have you got left? You must have.
I have 5 DVDs left to watch.
Holy shit.
Next
30 episodes.
Next week will be 3 episodes. And
But we'll just do it weekly then.
Okay.
That sounds easiest.
I'll also do 6 next time. So
I'm hoping
next week.
I'm hoping by the time I catch up to my DVDs, the other DVDs would be released.
The next batch.
Yeah.
This ain't never gonna end, is it?
But like, I wanted to confirm real quick with you guys: is the rest of the dubs for Tartarus already dubbed?
I don't think so, because Frodo is currently stopped, and he's
What
not
is
at the
this
end.
arc?
It's very long.
It's a very long arc. But as people do say, it is definitely worth a watch. As you're already finding out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess I'll continue going as long as possible with the schedule of 3 episodes of video until I, catch up to the dub. Does the let me pull it up real quick on my end. I wanted to double check with you guys which is the last. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Put that away.
I'm still waiting for Skype to respond.
So, do you know what episode the dub stops at currently?
1 moment. I will do a quick check.
Because I have
Kiss
up
Anime
to... Good.
Kiss Anime has, of 2014, 102 episodes.
That doesn't really say anything.
Which I think is like... I think it's like maybe 6 of Tartaros.
1 moment. I'm just gonna...
I am up to episode 252.
252. What's that of just 2014 by itself?
I don't know.
Is this
I'd have to go.
Because at the moment, from what I know,
I will look up what Kiss Anime has.
From what I know, the final episode of the current dubs that's been released is episode 77 of 2014.
Okay. I'll mark that down so that way I will look at it. I won't look at the episode, but I'll look to see how close I am with the DVDs. And I may have to go
up to 277.
My point is I might have to switch away from DVDs to finish the dubs. So yeah, because I only have up to 252 with the DVDs. So if I get up to that point, the rest of the videos that I'll be reacting to won't be DVD quality.
You can watch Kiss Anime with me, which is actually really good quality.
It's pretty meh quality. That's what
awesome.
Dark Wolf was saying. How like it's the episodes in Kiss Anime are not as DVD quality because DVD quality is like legitimately hard file, like 1080p kind of quality or 270 or whatever. But Kiss Anime kind of compresses it to whatever it is for internet purposes. So
it used to be 1080, now they switched to just for 720.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. I know this little end bit
Still
here was a little weird. Yes. So we'll see you next week with some more discussions. We'll plan for next week. If it doesn't happen, then we'll go next week after that. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.